Hi dear friends and subscribers, welcome to the late edition of the Cricket Happening Show with your host Ram today. Well, as you all know, dear friends and subscribers would definitely know that on Saturday the Cricket Happening Show is a bit late because of because of my office commitments. Well, anyway, there's nothing really to talk about. I've just picked up something as far as cricket is concerned, because as you know, this is a daily cricket show. I have to just keep it going, so I definitely picked up something from cricket. I'm going to throw it out to you because there's nothing happening. There are no matches happening. You're all waiting for the Indian Premier League to kick off on 16th of April, with the curtain raiser being the Mumbai Indians, the champions, reigning champions. I think they are taking on Kolkata Knight Riders, if I'm not wrong. But that can always be checked, not a problem. But just talking about some cricket news here today, as far as my Cricket Happening Show is concerned. I'll first like to start off with the news that, as you know, Afghanistan have this time qualified for the World Cup 2015, as we all know. And just before, one good thing that has happened for Afghanistan is that Pakistan, as you know, they're almost neighbors to Afghanistan, and they have really agreed the Afghanistan team would get an opportunity before actually embarking on their trip to the World Cup 2015, where their skills would be polished by two batsmen, in the sense two players from Pakistan, former players. Now one is the former Pakistani opener Amir Sohail, who was not only a player, he was also, I'm sure he was in the selection committee, he was a cricket commentator, and he is one person. And then Rashid Latif, who of late, as you would know, in this particular week, he turned down the invitation from the Pakistani cricket board to actually be a part of the selection, in the sense be a selector. So Rashid Latif, as you know, is a former wicketkeeper batsman. So Amir Sohail and Latif have taken it upon themselves that they are going to polish. They feel that the Afghanistan team has some raw talent. It only needs a bit of a polishing to really get Afghanistan to put up a good show in the World Cup 2015. As you know, Afghanistan are playing their first ever World Cup, and I'm sure Amir Sohail and Latif has had a good look at them when Afghanistan were playing the T20 World Cup, and that's the precise reason both of them have volunteered to help the Afghanistan cricket team. And so that's some very encouraging news for Afghanistan. So this is what is needed. I mean, one has to encourage all those countries, and I'm very happy that Amir Sohail and Rashid Latif have taken it upon themselves to actually prepare this Afghanistan side. In my opinion, they were definitely going to be polishing that very raw talent that Afghanistan possesses. So they're going to polish that talent and see to it that, you know, Afghanistan in their first ever World Cup, in the first ever World Cup in 2015, will put their best foot forward. So very good move, I thought, by Pakistan's both the players to actually help out Afghanistan. Well, from here we have some news coming in from India. Now, as you know, the the Indian Premier League 2014 is about to start, and one is eagerly looking forward to that, no doubt about it. But there are a lot of changes this time in IPL 2014. A lot of players have gone to different sides. A lot of changes have taken about. Michael Hussey, who was a real kingpin, in the sense he played a really a big part in Chennai Super Kings' success, is not there in the Chennai Super Kings. He has been turned over to another team. So there's a lot of changes going. Yuvraj Singh has gone to other team. So a lot of mixes taking place, which is going to be very interesting. So that's the precise reason. And as you know, there is no Sachin Tendulkar, there is no Ricky Ponting. So a lot of changes we have seen. Dwayne Smith is not there in the Mumbai Indians team. These are something which really readily comes to mind. So the reason I'm talking about Indian Premier League 2014 is that Ishan Sharma, who definitely would have been disappointed that he couldn't catch the bus to the T20 World Cup, has come out saying that, you know, past is past, in the sense he has definitely said that even though the T20 World Cup is over and he was not a part of it, he has really decided that as far as the Indian Premier League 2014 is concerned, he is going to really really show his skills, no doubt. But we know what a skillful bowler he is. But it's only a matter of great competition, healthy competition in the Indian cricket team, that Ishant Sharma couldn't find a place. But Ishant Sharma has definitely said that in the IPL he will definitely be really showing his bowling skills. One is definitely waiting for that to happen. So Ishant Sharma has taken it in a good manner, and he has really vowed to perform well in the Indian Premier League 2014. So from here, I'll turn the attention to New Zealand, and the reason that I'm turning the attention to New Zealand is for the simple fact that in this particular week we had two retirements. There were two persons who retired as far as New Zealand cricket was concerned. One is one would have definitely heard about it. I mean, he didn't play a lot of test matches. His name is Gareth Hopkins. Now, Gareth Hopkins was a wicketkeeper batsman, after Brendan McCullum was the wicketkeeper, as you know, but Gareth Hopkins has played. He retired. He is 37 years old, and he used to play for Auckland. I mean, his highlight has been, even though he has not played much international cricket, whereby he has just played 4 tests, 25 one-day internationals, and 10 2020 internationals. He has represented a lot of other counties there in New Zealand. But what really is a big highlight is that he has led Auckland. As you know, HRV Cup is a domestic cup there in New Zealand, and he has actually taken them to consecutive victories in 2 years, in 2011 and 2012. So that is one big thing that he did. And as we all know, Gareth Hopkins, the wicketkeeper batsman, started his career way back in 1996. I still remember that 1996 was the year in which Gareth Hopkins actually made his debut. So he is one person who has retired after playing 25 ODIs and 10 2020 internationals. And the other player who retired, one might not know much, and probably he has not played any test matches. He just played some one-day internationals. I reckon probably 3 one-day internationals. He's a very lesser name to be really known, but still, since I had to fill up something on this cricket happening show, Shannon Stewart is the other guy who actually retired. So there were 2 retirements coming up. Shannon Stewart is the other one, and the other. Now, as I was talking about the Indian Premier League, one thing that I would like to share is that, as you know, Rohit Sharma, who is the captain of the Mumbai Indians. Now, Chennai Super Kings definitely lost Michael Hussey. Now, it would be very interesting to see whether Michael Hussey can turn that loss that he has gone away from the Chennai Super Kings team, and now he would be in the Mumbai Indians team. But Rohit Sharma feels that he's going to play a very important part. And Rohit Sharma, the captain of the Mumbai Indians, victorious team, the reigning champions Mumbai Indians, Rohit Sharma is definitely banking on Michael Hussey to show his real class there, and why not? And I'm sure Michael Hussey will definitely be showing his class when he actually represents the Mumbai Indians. Well, other than that, I'm trying to see, is there any other news that I could really talk about? Yes, one news that I could talk about, I'm just trying to get to that to see whether I can really talk about that. One thing that I can say is that Canadian cricket, unfortunately, has not been doing well. So that is something. As you know, I'm a person who actually, I'm hosting this cricket show from Toronto, Canada. So basically, it really saddens that Canada has really lost everything. They don't have any ODI status now. They have to really fight it out, and things are not looking very good for Canada, because as we see, the Canadian Cricket Board, we don't see anybody staying for quite a long time. Now we have a new CEO who is coming up and taking up Cricket Canada, which is good to know, but we need a little bit of consistency there, and it would be very interesting to see how the new CEO of Cricket Canada takes this Canada cricket forward, and really has a very organized plan to take the Canadian cricket forward and also get back to those winning ways that they had, in the sense to qualify for the big fixtures. Now that is something that they really need to work on. So that is something that I wanted to share. Well, other than that, there is one thing that I would like to share is there was a talk going on, as you know, Harbhajan Singh now is not there. Harbhajan Singh represents Mumbai Indians, as we all know, in the IPL, and Harbhajan Singh nowadays is not in favor with the Indian selectors. And Parvez Rasool, as you know, is from Jammu and Kashmir. He's the captain of the team. He bowls good off spin. He also is a very good batsman. He's a very good all-rounder. He has already showed that in the domestic tournaments by hitting century, picking up wickets. Parvez Rasool has come up, the Jammu and Kashmir has really come up with some, in the sense he has really praised Bhaji, the Harbhajan Singh, the off-spinner, and said that Harbhajan Singh has really helped them in getting some real, in the sense he has learned a lot from Harbhajan Singh, and one would probably see him actually taking those lessons very seriously and applying them in the Indian Premier League 2014, when he would actually be representing his team. If I am not wrong, it should be Sunrisers Hyderabad. So we are definitely looking forward to it. As you know, Sunrisers Hyderabad coach Tom Moody is the coach of the Sunrisers Hyderabad, and he is also definitely looking forward to Parvez Rasool performing well. And as you know, he is from Jammu and Kashmir, and we all know that he went for the tour of Zimbabwe, and I definitely told in my show that I was a bit surprised that even on a match which had absolutely no formalities, Parvez Rasool was not even given a chance, which was pretty sad. But one only hopes that Parvez Rasool has taken it in the right spirit, and I'm sure he knows what he is doing, and I'm sure we are going to see Parvez Rasool perform very well, because one has seen that in the domestic tourneys in India he has performed very well. He has performed both with bat and ball, and that is very good to it's a very good sign of things to come as far as the Jammu and Kashmir player is concerned, Parvez Rasool. Well, and so the Indian Premier League, as I said, kicks off on 16th of April. So well, the countdown has already started. As we know now, we are in 11th. I think today is 12th of April. So we just have hardly any time to go, probably 2 or 3 days. But I'm not sure whether I would be finding time, dear fans and subscribers. As you know, normally I definitely do a review of all the teams in the Indian Premier League. But this time permitting, because I have a lot of work commitments, house commitments, so I'm not sure whether, so I don't want to make a promise, but definitely time permitting, I would definitely be able to do it. But well, please don't despair if your host Ram doesn't do any previews of the Indian Premier League, but definitely I'll be there with all the reports and updates and everything as and when the Indian Premier League 2014 kicks off. Well, dear fans, subscribers, it has always been a pleasure bringing this Cricket Happening show to you, sharing my views, sharing my thoughts, and really entertaining you, dear friends and subscribers. On this note, once again, thank you, dear friends and subscribers of Cricket Happenings. Your host Ram would like to bid you good night. Thank you.